What's up, guys? Nathan Sutton back with another video, and today we are here to share with you an amazing experience we just had this past week.
Yeah, if you saw the title of the video, it was you will not believe what somebody gave us. And I feel like I can't even believe it, honestly.
Yeah.
Even though I lived it.
Yeah, we met one of the most generous families, maybe the most generous family we ever met, and it's so special to see someone who's come across such great abundance in their life, but not just hoarding it for themselves, but sharing it with the others. And we wanted to tell you a little bit about that experience. With this being the time of the year that's so famous for giving and Christmas, we thought it was a very relevant topic to share this experience we had with this family out of Florida. So Sutton, we booked a trip for our family to go stay at a nice little cottage on the beach in Florida, Siesta Key. And then we invited our friends Paul and Morgan, as most of you know who they are, to come with us. Long story short, they ended up reaching out to the property owners, and they offered us to stay in their nicest property that they have. They have many vacation rentals, but to stay in their property for free.
But the craziest thing was we already booked their other property that was obviously on a much smaller scale, like what we felt like we could afford and what we wanted to spend. And it was so cute, and we were so excited to stay there. And then, they reached out and they were like, no, we don't want you to stay there. We want you to stay here. And we were like, what? Is this for real?
Yeah, so apparently Paul and Morgan was talking to the one of the owners on the phone, and they started discovering that they had very similar values as us. They're a very tight-knit Christian family, and we just had so much in common that they were like, are you guys like the real deal Christians? And so we really just hit it off with them, and I ended up calling them as well. And they're like, yeah, come stay in our nicest property, and that was on the water, and stay there for the week. And we were like, what? This is unbelievable. And so we ended up having the most amazing time. We actually, they invited us to their church, and we ended up going out to lunch with them. And then they invited us over to their personal house where we played pickleball and hung out for the evening with their kids. And it was such a blast.
We went to their church, and we got to insert a little clip of Oakland Halston getting just thrown into this random Christmas program or whatever. They had to dress up like cows, and it was so funny.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
They were just like a deer in headlights up there.
That was so funny. But anyway, it was just such a reminder as we were there on the trip. We're like, wow, this is just, for them to be in a position of been blessed with so much abundance, and just seeing them, how they're just willing to, let us share in this experience with them. We just felt like they were being so generous to us.
Yeah, and it was an experience we would have never had otherwise. Like, obviously, we cannot afford to stay in that house, or we would not have booked that house. So it was just so nice that they're, giving us this gift of, these memories. And we were literally sitting in this house like, wow, we are having a once-in-a-lifetime experience right now. And they gave that to us. They just gave it to us.
Yeah.
I just can't believe it. And they were just the sweetest, kindest. And we even met the guy's parents, and we're like, okay, this is where you get it from. It was just, generations of kindness and generosity, and I'm just like, wow, how can I want to do that. I want to be this guy's parents. I want my kids to be like him. I want to just hold on loosely to the things God gives you and share them with other people. And I just feel like it was a great lesson to us.
They have 5 kids, and all of them and their families live within 10 miles of each other or something. They all live super close together. It was just so inspiring. I told the parents, I was like, you guys just really inspired me to, this is what I would want one day for our kids. All of our kids to want to be around us and just giving to the world, and not, holding on to everything for ourselves. So it was just a really great reminder for us, and hopefully inspiration to you guys as well, especially this time of year, but all the times of the year, to hold on, like Sutton said, loosely to the things of this world, so that we can share the abundance God has given us with other people.
I also think, not that this is why you should do it, but it's kind of like tithing, of where when you give God your first fruits, it's kind of like that. I'm going to share what God has given me to witness and to be generous and be a standout. Because when we met them, we were like, who are these people? What's wrong with them? But really it's just they're just good-hearted Christian people that are just living the life that I think Jesus wants all of us to live, is being generous and kind and just giving freely and willingly with all the things that he's blessed us with. And I think that when you do that, he only wants to bless you that much more because you're being a good steward of what he's given you. So he's like, wow, I'm gonna bless them even more. And I really feel like that's what's happened with this family. It's like they're just getting blessed and blessed and blessed because they're just so, like, just giving.
Yeah, and another thing I wanted to touch on with this is tithing. So for all of you that do tithe, you probably know the amazing benefits that come along with it. I'm not talking about like you tithe and you get more money in return, but it's just such a powerful practice that Jesus has put in place. And, you know, the Bible talks about money more than I think any other topic. So it's obviously very important with what we do with our money. But for me in Sutton, tithing has been such an amazing practice that if it's something that it used to be scary for me. Like I remember it's like, wow, I'm gonna get for every, you know, dollar I make, I'm gonna give X amount away. And it just was very uncomfortable. Now it's become second nature. It's like I'm almost scared not to tithe. But you got to start. Like for those of you guys that do not tithe, this is your encouragement to start tithing. Just see how God transforms your heart around the topic around money. And for us, it seems like since we've been tithing, he has just provided more and more abundantly. I'm not saying that that's going to happen to you or that's necessarily the promise. It does seem like there's scripture that supports that idea.
Or the reason to tithe.
Yeah, or definitely not the reason to tithe. But man, what an amazing practice.
I feel like mainly with tithing, the whole purpose is to hold on loosely. And when you start giving away the first fruits, it really makes you view money as like, this isn't mine anyways. Like, what do I care if I give it away? Like, it's not mine. It's God's money. And I'm going to do with it what he wants me to do. What he wants you to do is tithe.
Where your treasure is, there your heart will be also.
The love of money is the root of all evil. Is that the verse?
The love of money. So speaking of this family, we wanted to give a shout out to their vacation rental business, Destination Paradise. They have properties all over Florida and I think in many locations in the United States. We'll put a link to their website. And they, speaking of giving, they extended a 5% discount code to any of our viewers who want to book one of their properties, Nate and Sutton. So if you want to use that, we don't get any kind of kickback for that, but we just wanted to offer that to you guys in case you do want to experience this amazing house that we stayed in or any of their other awesome properties.
The one that we originally booked was literally right on the beach. Like you walk out the door and there's the ocean. So that would be an awesome place for your family to stay if you have a small family.
I think we're going to go back there actually.
Oh yeah, we're going back. That's where we found the shark's teeth. If you guys follow us on Instagram and you saw my picture of the shark's teeth, we went to that house so that we could go to that beach specifically because it's a private beach and there's not that many people. And that's where we found all the shark's teeth.
Venice Beach, shark tooth capital of the world. Don't forget it. And they also have a golf cart business that we were able to experience their golf carts while we were at the house, and that was just so cool. The super 6-seater golf carts were awesome to have. And
after we've had our own golf cart, like I thought we had a kind of nice golf cart, but then we rode on those and I'm like, oh, maybe ours isn't that great.
But anyway, yeah, we just wanted to share that experience with y'all. It was an awesome week and just something that we were able to be a part of because of someone else's generosity.
This is Nate and Sutton, sowing seeds of truth, love, and inspiration, one view at a time.
And that was, you won't believe what someone gave to us.
It was ridiculous. Oh my gosh! Where is Paul? There's 2 of them. Oh my gosh! Whoa! He just did a jump down there. What the heck? Whoa, there's dolphins doing flips over here. Oh my goodness, boys.